Well, good morning. This is Old Mena, or you can just call me Gordon Bradley. That's who I am. Now, listen, before I begin, if you would like to subscribe to me, I would really greatly appreciate it. You could also ring that bell. You could give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think of today. Folks, today is going to be a little different. I wrote something. It's probably about a page and a half. Uh, and I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to it's hard for me to look down like a lot of these pros do. They can look down and look up and look right back down and keep right on reading where they were. There must be a trick to that. But I'm not that good. So I was going to wait till I got more light, from the sun than just this light I have here because I look like a ghost. But after all, it is almost Halloween. I want you to give me your opinion of this, please. But this is from my heart. This is exactly word for word written by me, and this is my feelings of this year's election. I entitled it "The Most Unbelievable 4 Years for a Sitting American President in American History." All my life, up until the year 2016, I have always seen, in most all cases, the American president treated with respect, regardless of the party affiliation he belonged to. Of course, the party who lost to the president was upset for a while, but they would come around and, in most cases, would work together. I remember about 5 years ago, sometime in the year 2015, that I was watching the news and they cut into a scene as a man was coming down an escalator. The commentator said it was Donald Trump, and he's going to announce that he is running for president of the United States. Sure enough, this well dressed businessman slowly arrived onto the first floor of this gorgeous building with a stunning looking woman at his side. I now know her name is Melania. He stepped up to the microphone that was already set up for him and said, "Hello, everyone. My name is Donald J. Trump, and I'm running for president of the United States." I looked at him, and then I looked over to my wife and said, "Isn't that the guy on The Apprentice?" She said, "Yeah, it sure is." We thought that this guy wouldn't stand a chance against the establishment. But I remember saying to my wife that I have heard for years that many Americans have wanted a businessman to run this country. I said, well, it looks like their wish or dream will come true. Throughout the year, I watched this man give speeches at his rallies and thought to myself that this guy sounds pretty good. As voting day in America approached, I noticed that Mr. Trump's crowds were getting larger and more excitement, and that I had decided to give him a chance. I did. I decided to give him a chance. So on election day, I said no way to crooked Hillary and put a check mark in the box for Donald Trump. Later that night, I sat at the television and watched the returns, not really knowing who would be our next president. But it wasn't long that I would find out that the billionaire from New York, the one who everyone laughed at, that would be the fake news, and of course the Democrats, that this man won and would be the 45th American president of the United States. People were absolutely in shock. There were people crying all over the place at Hillary's acceptance speech, or whatever you call it. I was just so thankful that Hillary, lost. Maybe now we might have a chance to make America great again, like this man said over 1,000 times during his campaign. It started right off, though. Just as soon as this man took office, the Democrats started giving him a time that will never be forgotten. The Democrats took every advantage to hurt him and cause him great difficulty as he tried to fulfill his all of his campaign promises um, that he made, but most importantly, to do his job as president of the United States. They were in his way constantly, trying to throw down roadblocks one right after another. Throughout the next almost 4 years, up until now, the Democrats have made up stories about him and Russia, which were not true. And then come to find out, it turns out it was the Democrats that were colluding with the Russian government, not Donald Trump. As the massive lies continue throughout his almost 4 years as our president, trying to slow him down on making America great again, the Democrats made up a story about a phone call he made to the Ukraine president. And then they started impeachment proceedings over that call. The Democrats never believed for a moment that they could actually impeach the president, but they, I believe, were so angry still about this man who has become one of the most greatest American presidents of all time that they would stop at nothing to try to get this man out of office. The Democrats knew that they would never stand a chance of retaking the White House during the next election because of this man. Donald J. Trump actually made America great again. I can't even, did you hear what I said? They really believed that the next election, this one, that they would never be able to take it, the White House again, because of everything good this man has done for this country. I can't even mention all the good things that he has done for my country because, well, I don't think I have enough paper to write down all that this man has accomplished for the good for America. This man has done more for the United States than any other president in history, and people just will not, absolutely no way believe it. All you got to do is just search. You'll see everything he's done good for this country. Now, if you can sit there and say, no, this ain't good, blah, 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 then you're evil. You are part of the Antichrist system and more than likely have the Antichrist spirit in you. Now, he is the greatest American president in history. And do you know why? Because he loves America and wanted to bring it back. He wanted to bring it back. Obama and Biden almost killed America. But he wanted to bring it back stronger because, like I said, all the other administrations, especially Obama and Biden, almost destroyed this great nation. Now, Election Day is almost here, and I know that a lot have already voted. But the remainder of you that have not voted, because you like to traditionally vote on Election Day, and I don't blame you. I used to love doing that too. But I didn't dare to because I was afraid there was going to be a long line, and there will be. And with my COPD and all the asthma stuff, I just was scared I had to stand out in the heat down here in Florida. So at least it was done just like a regular vote. It's, they take and the machine goes in, same thing as voting day. So me and my wife had to do that. But like I said, I know a lot of you have voted and, have not voted. And could cause the biggest red wave in American history if you do what's right and vote for Donald J. Trump. Now, a vote for President Trump is a vote to stop socialism and or communism from coming to America. Now, if you don't know that, then there's something wrong with you. And I don't mean to be bad-mouthing you as an American citizen, but folks, this is absolutely horrific what's coming to this country if you put Biden in. And I'm going to make my last comments. I'm almost done. A vote for President Trump will simply stop the evil that's trying to invade our great and beautiful country. Biden will not even make the first year because of his health. I mean, it's so obvious. Watch the man. Look at him. He doesn't even know where he is half the time. He can't even remember he's running against Donald Trump. He called him George Bush the other day. His wife had to do it 3 times after nudging him like this. Trump, she was going, Trump, Trump. And he finally got it. But he spoke 20 minutes yesterday Donald Trump spoke an hour. I think it was almost 2 hours in this Florida heat. The guy is just, he doesn't have it. Donald Trump does. Leaving Kamala Harris will be your, when he leaves at the end of before his first year is up, it will leave Kamala Harris as your president, a communist. This we cannot let happen. Like President Trump has said, he has done more in the almost 4 years than Biden has done in 47 years. And that is absolutely true. Look it up. If you got a computer, you can look it up. So on election day, we need to join together and vote for a man who has proven himself to be a great president for America and for the American people. Also, remember what all the Democrats have tried to do to this man and our country for nearly 4 years. The Democrats have done nothing but concentrate on trying to get this man out of office one way or the other. Well, it never worked. You know why? Because Jesus Christ, God put Donald Trump into office. He will be taken out of office when Jesus Christ is done with him, period. Now, it's time to say so long to the Democrats, and especially Pelosi. The trash has got to go, and you have the power on election day to do it. Now, those are my thoughts about this man and this upcoming election. The only thing I haven't mentioned is you've got all these fake polls all through America saying that Biden is right up past, a little bit past Trump, or in the general election winning, in Arizona winning. Listen, folks, that's a bunch of freaking hush. You know what I was going to say after that. This man doesn't go anywhere. Once in a while, he'll quickly make a quick thing. Like I said yesterday, he comes jogging in, like he's got health. That's why this was all orchestrated to make everybody around in America watching. Wow, he's pretty healthy. No, he's not. He is just about ready to check out. He has the beginning stages, if not further, of Alzheimer's or dementia. I know it and believe it. I've told you people a million times. My mom had this. He exhibits identically the same thing. You cannot hide it, and he can't. He's got the distant stare. He has to hold his wife to walk at times when he almost stumbles and falls. He is on his way out. There's no way this man has a cognitive ability to be president of the United States. Absolutely no way. And he's not. Like I said, it will be Kamala if you vote for Joe Biden. He's never gone anywhere, like I said, hardly anywhere to do anything. He's been in the basement for months. He never answers any questions from the media. And when they ask a tough question, they yank him and get him out of there. On these stupid roundtable talks or these public forums where they show up, they ask him softball questions. When he leaves that building, he's all covered with marshmallow and all kinds of whipped cream because there were soft questions. When Donald Trump leaves, he's a little red in the face because they've asked him some tough questions. Anything they can to get the gotcha question, the gotcha question. The media is all in for Biden. I can't believe how many enemy agents of Satan are placed all over this country and all kinds of businesses to keep this American man, this American great president from winning this term. Well, I got news for everybody who's listening to this. Jesus Christ is not done with Donald Trump. He will win re-election. It all depends? No, there's no all depends about it. Jesus Christ will put Donald Trump back in for 4 more years, or will he? The rapture is coming at any moment. At any moment, he will be raptured along with Mike Pence. Who will run? Who will run the country? Well, whoever is Speaker of the House. Once the rapture takes place, if Pelosi is in charge of this, she takes it. If some other Republican is in charge of the Speaker of the House, he'll be the president. But either way, we will be with Jesus Christ for at least all eternity. Yes, all eternity. So remember, when you go and you vote, people say, "Oh, I got the privacy. I can vote and do whatever I want." Well, yeah, that's true. You can. But if you don't vote for the man who close matches the way God feels, and you vote the other way to a man who doesn't mind ripping babies out of women while they die, then they throw them in the incinerator. If you don't mind and you vote for that man, you have all these babies' blood on your hands, including the 70 million that America has already murdered. Remember that all murders will perish in the lake of fire, and you will be part of a murderer if you vote for Joe Biden. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm telling you the truth. If you want to have sex, put a condom on. If you want to have sex, put something else up in there. But you don't need to kill a baby just because you wanted to have fun. I'm sorry. You're going to take a human life because you can't handle the consequences. If you can't handle the consequences, cut it off, or ladies, sew it up. But murder is no excuse to have sex. But anyways, that's a little blunt, but it's true. They'll probably take this off. I don't know. I've heard they're starting to censor everybody now. See, that's the beginning. But if you get Donald Trump back in there for at least 4 years, at least we can push off this communism, this socialism that is going to come. Now, listen to this. How many of you have heard of Glenn Beck? He just said the other day, this will be the last American election under the Constitution of the United States. Excuse me. It's going to be horrendous if you vote and you put these communists in there. You're going to be held accountable for it, whether you believe it or not. Whoever's listening to me right now, you vote for Biden on the day of judgment. You're going to remember, because you're going to see, I was telling you, you will be held accountable, but you did it anyways. God help you. All right, this is the old Mena, a little bit different today. God bless our veterans. God bless our firemen. And God bless the men in blue. If it wasn't for them, I don't know what would do. I can't even believe a party that wants to defund the police. Can you believe that? No police. Do you know the anarchy you're going to have? There'll be nothing left. So, well, let me finish. God bless the first responders. God bless Donald Trump, and God bless the United States of America. And where I was going to go at the end just now is, without police, you will have nothing. 8 years ago, I was talking to a pastor, and I asked, about the United States, blah, blah. I cannot remember where it was that she showed it to me. He goes, the United States of America is either going to be destroyed before the rapture, or it's going to be so badly crippled that the United States is no longer going to matter to anyone in the world. They have no relevance whatsoever. That's where we're headed with a Joe Biden-Harris ticket, if you vote. You think about that. Remember, you will be held accountable for this vote and everyone you check for. Everyone you check. All right, the old Mena, we're out of here. God bless you. Take care. I'll probably get on later on today because there's going to be things coming down so fast before election. You wait. I got some things that I'm trying to make sure I should say, and I'm going to say it later on today about what's coming just prior to election and maybe after. And if I mean after, maybe a day or so, and that's it. All right, God bless you. The old Mena, Gordon Bradley. I'd appreciate some subscriptions if you would like. Maybe you can give me ring that bell down there. Give me a thumbs up. Give me something over here. Talk to me. Tell me what you think. All right. It's Gordon Bradley. Take care. We will see you.